Just be dirty right there, dude. You really want to freak Clint out, let him know. The microphone sounds like doo-doo sauce.
It does. It sounds like you're muffled, but whatever.
Whatever, dude. I'm just going to pretend I don't know what's going on.
You don't have to pretend. Just do your
I knew it was coming. I knew as soon as I said it. The setup was there. There's Ryan, the Nakahomie, you know. Hey, did you see the Simpsons predicted that apparently the Simpsons... Oh, go ahead.
I said it sounded like some made-up Asian name, a Nakahomie.
That's what I thought.
Right. And then my mind heard it, Nakahomie, like to knock
a home run. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's going to be the new saying, you know.
Go ahead.
You guys see that town blew up? It's called Nakahomie.
Yeah.
Well, no, speaking of blowing up, Lebanon, that little explosion they had, well, it wasn't little, it was definitely big. Apparently, like, it's going around that the Simpsons already predicted it. Because there was a scene where Apu had, like, all these fireworks in that little building, like a little warehouse type little building, and that blew up, like, half the town or something.
Yeah, but was that in Lebanon? Or was that in
Simpsonville?
It was in Simpsonville, but they're saying that the Simpsons predicted it.
Either the writer for that or the cartoon drawer. I don't remember who it was. One of the guys associated with the Simpsons is a Christian guy, and he went to ORU or something like that.
You don't mean he's currently a Christian guy, right? Because I don't know how that translates.
What do you mean by that? Because he writes for the Simpsons?
Well, yeah, man, because they've done some stuff that's, you know, wouldn't sit well with the Christian community, I feel like.
There's tons of Christians that do stuff that don't sit well with the Christian community.
No, I know. Just saying.
I do stuff that wouldn't sit well with the Christian community.
We're live, just so you know.
Well, everybody knows. Everybody's a sinner. Safe by grace. Well,
hey, your name is your deal. Whatever Huntsman 420. Everybody already knows, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
420 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
Just throw on some Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dizzy Dizzle, Snoop Dizzle Dizzle.
Man, I love it when Clint sings. It's like one of my favorite things.
Is it? Because it's so bad or it's so good?
It's so good bad. It's like just a...
It's like you almost want to like cheer for him because he's almost holding a tune, but then it just falls apart real quick.
It's not like it's a bad tune, but it's so old manish.
There's this country love in it. Yeah.
It's like how my dad or my grandpa would sing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like an old person, but it's not coming from an old person, so it's just super funny.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Instead of Dr. Disrespect, you got old man gamer, but it's me, old man. You know, I could do a better old man than an old man himself.
Yep. We did have a lot of fun playing the old man character back in DayZ. Mm-hmm. Super fun.
Hey guys. Hey. Yeah, because we came across an old man, the guy playing an old man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. He just made us do it. He got us into it. That's right. That's
right. That was good. Good times. Good old DayZ. It had its own creations, you know.
A while back, Justin and them were streaming, and Rowdy did the Herbert the Pervert. He did it so good. It was hilarious.
What's that say about Rowdy? You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It'll be just a minute. We're getting ready to get started here with the DDG Podcast, bringing seriousness, no fun. It's going to be boring. You should probably just log out right now.
Wow.
I like your new tactics.
Yeah. Reverse psychology. That's what they call that.
They're like, no, you know what? I'm going to stay.
Yeah. Tell me to leave. I'm my own man.
I've been starting to use it on Claire, you know? Yeah. You're not going to eat all that. You can't eat all that chicken. Oh, yeah? Watch me, Dad. There you go. Fall right into my plan.
Gotta use deception young, huh? I like it.
Yeah, with Claire you do. You know, not just any normal kid. You know, it's Claire we're talking about here.
I think it's normal. I think you gotta do it. little trickery, little things like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I used to do it when Roy was super young.
Or just convince them it's
like
their idea.
Just super cool, like it's the best thing ever. Just oh man. So she gets excited and comes in. What is it? Nothing. I just need to brush your hair, and then you weren't gonna let me. You know what I mean? Just catch her.
Wow. Devastation.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it is. A lot of times that is when you get to the flop. You know, the fall of the ground.
Oh yeah. Hanging on to them by their ankle, you know.
Do I need to share to our group, Clint, still?
Yeah, because,
iPhone
Facebook.
isn't any good.
Either it's iPhone or Facebook just hates me, personally. Probably that.
You guys see that tan line?
Just can't admit that it's iPhone.
No old people allowed. That's what it is. Look at him. You notice that tan line from that vacation I just had? Out on the beach with all the lobster and shrimp I could eat? Get out of here with that.
Did I send you that picture of that crab?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you sent the picture, Hunter.
I've never even had king crab. I can only afford snow crab.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had king either.
I never have.
I don't think that was king crab.
Those are the big legs. They were like across the table.
Yeah, but aren't the king crabs like real spiky?
I don't know.
He's like,
I just know the snow crabs are about this long. So there's definitely a big difference.
I was just going to make a joke about Hunter being at the Playboy Mansion because he's, had an awesome vacation. But then I just realized, is the Playboy Mansion still functioning now that Hugh Hefner is dead?
I don't know.
Like you used to always hear about it in the celebrity world. But is it still a thing, or did all them women
Actually,
be
the
like
celebrity world that you pay attention to?
the what?
The celebrity world that you pay attention to.
What celebrity world?
The one that Hugh Hefner would be in. Clearly, I'm referring to the pornography industry.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. It's not my
And
fault.
we're live.
It's not my fault. You look like Ron Jeremy. There you go. I said it.
Wow.
He's a human being, Hunter. People make mistakes. All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready. Been ready. Born ready.
All right. Question is Hunter ready? That's the $1 million question.
I don't have any witty thing to say about my news, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just be honest. Be
Yeah.
honest and open. All right, guys, here we go. We're getting started. Getting started. Oh, you know what Clint almost did? Almost did as a fail. He almost forgot to record.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wouldn't have been devastating. Just would have been I had to download the video and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. This episode is brought to you by Click Gaming, a freelance esports tournament company based out of Oklahoma. If you're located in the U.S. and need esports services, this is the ultimate gaming company for you. Contact Johnny Weaver at icychiller@att.net. That's icychiller, ICYCHILLER. Tonight on the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
It's a crisis that Sonic got stuck in the sludge.
We bring you gaming news straight from the web.
It's time for Season 5.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to a sunset night of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast, episode 77. I'm Clinton Stanley, and I'm here with...
Ryan Maddox.
And...
Hopper.
I see what you did there.
It's Hunter. The Huntsman 420.
Yeah, he's still alive, guys. I tell you what.
I'm trying to do a name switch, guys, from the Huntsman 420 to Huntsman 93. All right.
Huntsman 93.
I shouldn't be ashamed of my birthday, but that's what you guys done. All right.
Yep. That's what the weed smoking community has done to Hunter. Shame on you.
I think he was blaming me and you. I think.
No, because he gets it in gaming too.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Because they automatically see him. He's blazing. And he's like, "Hey guys, I don't blaze."
Yeah,
it's
I
not
get
my
it.
thing. And then they look at him. Just like, what's wrong with
You
you?
do.
Yeah.
They look at him like
your birthday's 420.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. Well, guys, thanks for being here tonight, taking your time to make it. Hunter's got a nice tan going because, he went to North Carolina, lived it up on the beach, and sent live updates to me and Ryan consistently. Just making us jealous.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know what, Ryan? You know what I did with that? I played games. I played a lot of Call of Duty. I'm back into it. Warzone has me deep.
Hooked. Good.
Yeah, I'm back in.
I have not been able to. I was on the road last weekend, 23-hour driving within a couple days. And when I got done, I was thinking, if you'd have asked me if we could drive to Cali in this truck, I'd have said, no, I don't trust it. Like, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then I went on this trip without even really thinking about it, pulling a 6,000-pound load. Pretty trustworthy truck.
Nice.
6,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I automatically thought a 6,000-pound dump is what I thought when he said that. Just so you know.
Well, when I said 6,000-pound load, I actually assumed that a lot of the dads would be thinking about their kids' diapers. So.
Yeah. Hey, my kid did a 6,000-pound load. And I'm not talking about my baby. I'm talking about my toddler.
Whoa.
But yeah. She got put in a pull-up for having an accident and laughing about it. Thought it was hilarious. So then I stuck her in the pull-up, and then she needed poop. And I said, stay in bed, thinking she was bluffing me. She was not bluffing me.
No, nice.
Full on big human poopy right into the pull-up. So she showed Dad that day.
At least it wasn't diarrhea,
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's a good thing I'm a nurse. I'm already used to that, but it was the full-on human turd, not baby turd. Right.
She's a human.
Yep.
She's 5 years old or whatever. 4.
So, yeah. So that happened.
No.
Sorry, Hunter. I know. You're getting sick over there. It's coming. Don't worry.
I know. I'm just thinking about the future.
They find ways to get to you. Whichever way they can, They love you. They want you to grow from this parenting experience.
Of course.
And so we shall.
Training grounds.
Yep. But yeah, tonight we got some Call of Duty news, some Halo news. Hunter's bringing us some news from the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And sharing some more goodies. And then Ryan's going to get us caught up on what's free this month, the month of August. What's out there.
The ones I'm going to hit you guys with the ones that stood out to me, because I matter.
Yeah.
No, you're Maddox.
Everyone's on top of their game tonight, and I'm proud. Got a little tear going down the cheek. But with that said, guys, let's get on to the news and get this turkey squawking.
All right.
Leaks for Geeks. That's right, guys. It's time for the leaks for the geeks. And Hunter and I are going to be bringing you gaming news. Hunter, did not mean to cut you off. Go ahead, my friend.
No, it's cool, man. I was just trying to catch my cue. And
you're good.
All right. Well, I've got a couple articles here for you guys off of the web. But the reason I said the web is because I'm bringing you some Spider-Man news tonight, too.
Ooh,
so I did get a little bit fancy there. I just came to me last minute there.
I like it. I was actually disappointed until you said that.
Yeah. So Spider-Man will join Marvel's Avengers roster in early 2021, but only on the PlayStation. So PlayStation tweeted out, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man comes to Marvel Avengers exclusively on PlayStation. Crystal Dynamics offers early details on its own unique take on the post-launch hero.
Okay.
Basically, it's joining the roster. It's joining Hawkeye, who was announced during the last Marvel Avengers War Room stream. And this version of Spider-Man will be Crystal Dynamics' take on the web slinger. So he's not related to Insomniac Games' Marvel Spider-Man. or the
Okay.
Spider-Man Miles Morales
Okay.
title releasing later in the year.
So he's his own guy.
He is his own guy. I imagine he's going to be named Peter Parker, but
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Around. Consider him an entirely different Spider Beast with his own story that will somehow tie into the Avengers saga that Crystal Dynamic has created or crafted for Marvel Avengers. PlayStation blog post goes into greater detail about Spidey's upcoming inclusion.
Wonder why PlayStation only?
Because Sony bought him back, right?
That's right.
And Sony was doing all the old Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
So I bet Spider-Man's special to them owning that likeness and all that right now.
Okay.
It says that Spidey's upcoming inclusion in the Avengers, stating that this will be a familiar but fresh Spider-Man who needs to evolve to take on global threats alongside Earth's mightiest heroes. Spider-Man will have an enhanced customization options like the other heroes and his own unique skill tree with gadgets and skills that you can upgrade along the way. Spider-Man's gear will also get a nice little boost from S.H.I.E.L.D., Stark Industries, and other allies he meets along the way.
Okay.
So yeah, Spider-Man would join. Yeah, I was
like he did in the movies. He gets little gadgets and gizmos and.
Yeah, he gets like the they call it like the Iron Man spider suit. So that'll be cool. I was the same way. I was like, why just on PlayStation? And then it dawned on me that Sony.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Back the rights to Spider-Man. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that they don't. I don't know. I'm just a little sad about that because who owns the rights to like the Marvel movies, like the Avengers movies?
Disney, but that was the whole fight with Sony was saying, hey, you can't have Spider-Man. That was kind of the whole fight. You're not giving us our cut. We want the cut if you're going to be using Spider-Man because he's belongs to us, and we're loaning him to you, so we expect more out of it. And so
they may still have him in the movies, but just have to pay for it.
Yeah. So that's basically what they ended up doing. They're like,
Yep.
So. That's kind of what's going on there.
What are you going to do? You can't just get rid of him. You know what I mean? He's like the huge character they just built. So they had him. They had the what would you say there? They had the leverage.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Old ace in the hole.
Yeah.
They let Marvel and Disney do all the groundwork, and then they're like, "Hey, time to cash in."
Yep. That's how it goes. That's the business of entertainment.
Yep. They own the land, and Marvel and Disney built the property, and then they said, "Hey, rent's going up, boys and girls."
That's right.
Very cool. So yeah, obviously this is just on PS4, so it doesn't look like Xbox is going to be getting any exclusive heroes. Sorry, Xbox, but Sony rules.
Well, I guess they'll be okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll make it. They'll live.
Yeah.
All right, Clinton. Well, that's all I got for that.
Okay.
Piece of information. I'm going to pass the baton to you.
Okay, well, I'm going to be covering some Xbox news for you guys. I'm going to be covering the Halo series. Now, some of this, guys, will sound like a repeat because we've covered most of this in the last episode as far as what the gameplay trailer and things like that looked like with Halo Infinite. But it was confirmed officially that we were discussing the grappling hook system, and I know Hunter had mentioned it, how they're using it. A lot of gamers have had some worries, so to speak, because they're kind of thinking, well, what if this is used in multiplayer? Well, it was officially announced, guys, that the grappling hook system will be a part of the system, the grappling or the multiplayer system in the game.
So people were saying they don't want it to be?
Right, because the concern was it's not going to be as Halo-y. So like Halo's whole thing was, you didn't have all the running and shooting and like, I guess the craziness, like there was a method to the madness, if that makes sense. So, you couldn't just zap yourself like a Spider-Man up to a certain zone, if that makes sense.
Right.
So,
I get that, but originally Halo, if you compare Halo to the other shooters of its time, it was the crazy one.
Yeah,
That's what made Halo funner. You had the what do you call them, warthogs or whatever they're called,
Mhm.
and
the
you had
ghosts and
and not only that,
Phantoms.
everybody refers to back in the day when you'd like jump while you're getting shot at and jump around and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
Halo.
jumping off
And
stuff.
so for me, by far, Halo compared to Call of Duty back in the day was way more chaotic and
Right.
and sporadic in the gunfight. And so to me, the grappling to me, I thought it played along that same line.
Yeah,
I'm not like an epic Halo forever fan, you know what I mean? But I've loved the games. So that
Yeah.
surprises me a little bit.
I think they were just worried that it's going to be overdone
Change
because
it too much.
It's gonna be different. Yeah.
you got to think if everybody has it, that's what they're worried about. If everybody has it, then everyone's going to be just swinging around and shooting at each other. Kind of like
Right.
Fortnite,
Look how many Halos we've had, and they haven't really changed the dynamic like that.
Right.
So I think that's kind of what they're afraid of, but I don't think it's going to be a bad change, honestly.
No.
I mean, I think it'll go unnoticed. I'm not unnoticed, but like I think it'll just become a background thing after a while, and I don't think some players might not even like to use it.
Well, developer 434 Industries kind of went into more detail on it. They confirmed that the item would be available in multiplayer, like we said, but they say everybody won't be swinging around constantly. You'll have to find it as you pick up as a pickup on the map. So it's going to be like like an item.
And so that means you're going to have to choose whether you want to even use it versus another item. So it's definitely just going to be like anything else. It'll be a preference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, so it's going to function differently in multiplayer. They also said that the Forge is coming back in Halo Infinite with even more options for you making your own creations. So you'll be able to customize your own multiplayer character, do a lot of different things with your Spartan. So that's kind of a crossover from Halo Reach that they're bringing in there. So they did say that. So, I mean, I don't know. It being used as an item, I think it could balance itself out. I mean, the good thing is they have plans to support this game as a continuous thing and to keep doing DLC and things like that.
Definitely.
So hopefully in the long term, if it's expected to be, their big game that's going to last the entire lifespan of the Xbox Series X, then if things are unbalanced, hopefully they'll be able to jump in there and tighten it up or fix what they need to fix. I mean, we see nowadays with Battle Royale games, which we're going to get into in a little bit, that developers are getting better at taking bolder moves and doing bigger changes. And so I think that'll be no different with Halo. But we'll have to see how it pans out.
Well, you also see the ability, like used to in a game, we talk about characters getting nerfed and stuff like that, that all that's still kind of new. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a character comes out and then, he's too strong or this weapon's too strong or blah, blah, blah. We adjust that. I mean, that used to happen a little bit to an extent, but not like it does now. Now it's like that's a normal thing. We know for sure if something's out of balance, they're going to come out and adjust something. That's just part of gaming now. Right.
That's just kind of the life cycle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think, Halo, it's got that thing of it's kind of like a Warcraft game or Mario. I think if you did this with a game like Mario, anything that's a classic just had a niche following. I mean, it was definitely big, but you have those hardcore people.
Oh, yeah.
I think they just worry about, hey, we still want this to be Halo. If we wanted to play other games,
we'd play the
like
game.
Call of Duty or whatever, we'd play that. Yeah.
Right.
So, we'll see. We'll see how it pans out for esports. We'll be covering it. As we've said in the past, guys, we're going to make a concerted effort to follow what's going on in esports more. Even, specifically with streaming communities and high school sports, college sports, anywhere we can, because we feel like that's, a very new and fun market. I think it's only going to grow. But, it's exciting either way. Now, continuing on with the Halo news, they also came out and confirmed that the Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play. So Microsoft confirmed it in a new detail after a related leak started picking up traction online, electing to share the news on their Halo's official Twitter account.
Nice.
So they said here that Halo is for everyone. We can confirm #Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play, and it will support 120 frame rates per second on Xbox Series X. And then they said more details to be shared later.
I like that news. That's some good news.
Yep. So it's going to be good, and you're also going to get it with that Battle Pass system if you're doing the Battle Pass Ultimate. Is that the $10? I think that's the $10. Is it the $10 a month extra that you're paying on that one?
I believe so. Yeah, $9.99.
So you'll get that game anyway with that if you're doing it. So I think when Series X comes out, I'm probably just going to go ahead and sign up a subscription to the Game Pass because why not?
Yeah, it's getting better for sure.
Yeah. So solid. And the other good thing to remember, guys, is they're doing something that's very important, which is they are communicating with their audience. They're communicating. As soon as something's coming up, they're getting right back on it and saying, hey, guys, I had also seen that they were discussing the graphics issues, and they just made a statement, hey, we understand, and we're looking at changing it. We're looking at fixing it. So, you know, they're very reactive right now to getting things done. And,
the game looks really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. The only downside is they said they're not going to do their open beta, like public beta tests before the game releases. And so people were a little perturbed by that as well. Just because, you know, the point of a beta is to test it before you release it. So I think some of this sounds like they're racing against the clock to get it released. They need it to release with the Series X when it comes out, I think is what it sounds like to me. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Okay.
And that's all I have on the Halo news, guys.
Very cool.
That was some good Halo news. Appreciate it.
No, thank you.
It was the good stuff.
Hunter, you can take it away on your next one, buddy.
All right, man. Well, my next one is about Sony again. Surprise, surprise. PlayStation is actually coming out with a documentary in September. And it will include the developers of God of War, Metal Gear, Crash, and more. I'm super pumped about this. I watched a YouTube documentary on the making of God of War, and it was super good. I mean, it was such a good documentary on the behind the scenes and making it, how like going through the trials that the development team went through. Like God of War was almost not a game. Like not the old one, but the new one that just came out for PlayStation that was such a big hit almost didn't happen because of some of the stuff that they had to go through. But I'm excited about this. So this is the history of PlayStation consoles will be explored in the upcoming documentary. From bedrooms to billions, the PlayStation Revolution, which will be released physically and digitally on September 7th. The PlayStation Revolution is the latest installment in the From Bedrooms to Billions, a series of Kickstarter documentaries chronicling the growth of the games industry. Obviously, this one is all about the PlayStation brand, from the original console of the PS4. It seems to have a retro bend, judging from the trailer and its description, but it features developers and games from many generations.
That's cool. So it's going to go through the whole idea and background of the different game consoles and game making companies, and that's cool. And it's started with Kickstarter. You see a lot of stuff happen that way.
That sounds that's like right up my alley. I'm the big documentary guy. I love, especially when it's gaming or technology. I love it. It's fun to see those companies go from small potatoes to big time. And it's usually guys like us, just two or three guys with a dream, you know.
Yep.
And then some of them are brave enough to get, you know, the old loan from grandparent or something. And then boom, they take off. They do it.
Yep.
I'm super excited for it. This is Metal Gear Solid director Hideo Kojima, PlayStation system architect Mark Cinry, and Sony president and CEO Jim Ryan are a few of the headliners for the documentary. But makers of dozens of PlayStation icons will be will make an appearance. This also includes Tomb Raider, Wipeout, God of War, Resident Evil, Gran Turismo, Tekken Second Driver, Crash Bandicoot, Shadow of Colossus, Ridge Racer, Ratchet and Clank, Grand Theft Auto 3, Oddworld, Jak and Daxter, and the many others.
That's so cool.
A special edition of the DVD will also include some bonus targeted segments, including the creation of Wipeout and Gran Turismo, as well as a segment on the PlayStation development kit known as Net Yaroze. As the Net user, I don't know how to say that. Yaroze. Yaroze.
I don't either.
Yours? I don't say that.
You got me.
I know you're talking to the two guys that butcher a lot of names over here. So.
Yeah. You can find more information on the documentary's homepage on Rebellion's website.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, if your name isn't Bob or Billy, I'm screwing it up.
Yeah, I'm about the same too. My brain tries too hard.
Yep. Well, especially if you know you're on live too. It's like, what do I do with this name?
I'm not even intimidated by our live viewers. I'm intimidated by you two. I know how much you guys pick people apart. So
just you, just each other. We're not as hard on other people.
No,
just each other.
Only if you want to be our friend.
Boy, that came out wrong, didn't it? Ooh, go back and listen to that. Well, I'm pumped. I'm stoked. Let's do it. Well, for me, guys, I did want to report real quick on Riot Games. They're making some changes here. This kind of goes in. Well, they say they are. We'll see. We'll see. This goes into my rant of I don't know, like the Free Hong Kong, the BLM stuff that's going on right now. You name it, just anything that's like it's an injustice, right? As a society, right. I would really like to see us stick it out. Which means if it's really important, it's important enough to get mad over, yada, yada. Right. I would like to see us as a society make those changes, those long-term changes to help good changes, if that makes sense, to make a difference. And I feel like we have a short attention span. We're kind of like from one big thing to the next.
Well, it's because we're media driven.
Right.
That's why. Even how much we care about those different things is media driven and social media driven. Yeah. So what sucks is there's a lot of subjects that matter a lot, and we should care about them all the time. We shouldn't get extra hyped about specific ones for 2 months and then drop off. There should be things as a society that we're all caring about and constantly battling against.
Right, making those changes. Well, this is in retaliation to the kind of that Me Too movement of.
The gamer stuff.
Yeah, that's going on right now, with Twitch and these gaming companies that are having issues.
We've seen some other companies respond. I brought some news for that, I think, a couple weeks ago.
So this is kind of under that same umbrella. This is more of the, I say it's the Me Too. This is more the mistreatment of employees. Overworking, not caring about their humanity, that kind of stuff. Just crazy hours. So, sorry, I miscategorized that. Okay. So Riot Games, as you guys know, is the developers of League of Legends and Valorant. They've kind of came out and just made a statement that they're addressing the industry burnout and crunch by giving employees and time off. So they're officially, as of the week of August 10th, they're allowing their employees to be off that entire week to disconnect, recharge, and reboot, the studio announced in a blog post published Tuesday. Riot has recently expanded beyond its global smash hit League of Legends, including releasing Auto Battler Teamfight Tactics. It's a Hearthstone-like card game, Legends of Runeterra, which are both set in the League of Legends universe, and Valorant, a brand new tactical shooter that takes cues from Counter-Strike Offensive and Overwatch.
You got to think any of these companies that are exploding in this kind of realm. It's just like once you explode, things don't slow down, right? Because you have to stay on top of what's happening. And it just, people think, we're going to get this deadline. The game's going to release, then we're going to be good. No, because when it releases, we're going to see the 400 things that are wrong and need to be adjusted.
You're going to have thousands upon thousands of messages coming into your inbox.
That's the market you're in. Now, here's my opinion. If you want my opinion of what should be done there, suck it up, Buttercup, okay? Because that is not... That is the same for any industry. That's called an industry quality meaning that's the industry you're in, and that's a quality that industry has. If you're in the oil field, guess what? You're traveling.
Mhm.
It's not it's not inhumane because they want you to stay over in Colorado for 6 months and then they want you to stay over in wherever for 6 months right after that. That's part of the industry. It's a quality of that industry. If you're someone who is in, you're a lawyer, right? Sorry, sometimes things go on and go on and go on, and a case goes on and your caseload becomes huge. And that's part of what you signed up for, industry quality, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing when it comes for stocks, right? If you're in stocks or trading or some of those kind of markets. I'm in a Christmas light industry. Guess what? It's seasonal. Suck it up, Buttercup. That's part of what we're in.
Christmas is done for you. Ryan has Christmas in January.
Yeah. And now, are there some other things that can be done? Yes. Giving them time off. I don't think that's necessarily the right move. Everybody should get some time off, but the right way to do that, in my opinion, is you hire more people. Mm-hmm. They don't want to. Companies don't want to hire more people. I've discovered that on a small scale, that my employees are happier when I don't work them like slaves, even though you suck it up, Buttercup. It's part of the Christmas season, and I get more employees. Now, what sucks, though, what they don't like is the fact that they make a little less money because we don't work as long. And there's other crews doing what they would be doing.
Things get done quicker.
And it goes both ways. And so you have to know in this industry, when you're good at what you're doing, when you're a good coder and a good, whatever maybe you're a graphics guy or whatever your specific thing is in the gaming industry, or maybe you're just a marketing freaking guru that works for a company like Riot, that's part of the value that you bring. If you come in and they know, hey, look, I only want to put in 50 hours a week. That's what I'm going to do. I just can't work more than 50 hours. That's perfectly fine. But you have to know that's going to affect your value. Yeah, it's going to affect what you're worth to the company. And that people don't want that. They don't want off and to lose money. They just want off.
Yeah.
That in the standard, I don't know about this specific industry, but that's how standardly it works. They want to get more benefits and be off more, but they also want to not lose any of the money they have.
Yeah, it's a balancing act for the company. Yeah. I know I watched a documentary with Blizzard. It was one of their big I think it was their 15-year anniversary maybe, and they had released a documentary basically celebrating World of Warcraft. And and that was one of the things they had ran into. They were working so hard to get this game out that one of the developers had just had a newborn, him and his wife, and he said I couldn't go home. Because deadline was like right around the corner. He said, so I couldn't go home. So she would bring the baby up. He said, and I'd literally be up like in the middle of the night in the office, like typing away and developing stuff with my baby in my hand and like nursing him with my neck. Like had the little bottle, And, but to him, that was a cool feeling because it was like,
yeah, exactly. Part of that is
we all moved into the building like we were sleeping under our desks.
Yes.
And waking up and getting knocked out.
A company and being part of something that's blowing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can go work. If you're a graphic design guy, you can go find a job anywhere coding and doing graphic design. Trust me, if you're at Riot, you're one of the best, right? So that means you can get a job anywhere where they only work 45 hours and the workload is not as stressful and you make half as much money. So you've chosen, that this is where I want to work. I want to work in this kind of atmosphere with this kind of cutting edge company, and there's qualities that come along with it. You know what I mean? And it does suck. And there are going to be times that you decide no, right? Like when I was younger, in my Christmas light company, hey, guess what? I tell my wife, suck it up, Buttercup. I'm out of here. I'm gone. It's just the way it is. 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. I'm gone. And when I'm home, I'm sleeping.
That's what them old nurses used to tell us youngins.
Yeah.
Hey, if they don't like it, suck it up, Buttercup, because you're here for 12 hours. You ain't leaving. And if you got to stay, that nurse called in. Guess what? You're staying for 18 hours if you have to. You can't. But
guess
leave.
what? I had kids, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So guess what? I don't.
Yep.
But I have to take sacrifices because of it.
Yep.
I have to have a manager that does things. I have to make a little less money. I have to do. You know what I mean? Even as the owner, I've got to make some adjustments. If I want to stay home and I don't want to be gone all the time, which used to, it was okay. We were both okay with it. Then there was a period of time it was only me that was okay with it. Now neither one of us like it, and so you have to be able to adjust. And there are guys
that's because you're getting old.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I'm saying. There's guys in the gaming industry that are the same way though. They're going to go, look, you know what, this was fun for 6 years, but I'm going to move on to something a little lighter weight.
Yeah.
And they call that burnout. That's not burnout. That's, you're not always going to be up for that.
Getting control of what you need.
Right.
Realizing what you can give and what you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the developer does go on to say, as game developers, we're all hyper aware of the effects of crunch and project-based deadlines. We owe it to ourselves and to you to prioritize our health as a team, so we can bring you new experiences long into the future. Wright also said it would be shifting some patches and release timelines a bit to accommodate a break, and that a few teams are also staggering their time off to make sure everything is running smoothly. Now,
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to do. You got to have enough teams, and you got to stagger that stuff.
Now, I'm going to play on the side of this, though. Okay, so you brought up some pretty good points, right? From your take. My take is this, though, as a gaming community, if you want these companies to treat their employees right, we also have to change our thinking. You can't lose your mind every time a gun is too powerful and it's screwing with the game, or you can't. If something gets delayed, you can't throw a fit and run over to Reddit and just trash the entire company.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
So it's like we as gamers, if we want to see this equality and health of people taken care of, we need to recognize ourselves what we're doing. It kind of goes to the same thing of racial slurs and sexual things that occur online. We're all pissed whenever something racially comes across the game, or something sexual, right? Happens in the workplace. Oh, that's so horrible. Yet then you got a guy over here just being like, bro, I banged your mom last night 20,000 times, blah blah, and just dropping all these things, is the same person that's outraged.
Right.
So that's kind of my take on it. I think these people are working hard. Now, I'm not saying the companies don't take advantage of their employees. I think there should be a balance there. But
I did it. I did it too. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you do find a balance. You go, hey, look, okay, yes, there's a suck it up buttercup, but then there's also a better way to do it. Policy. It's not just give them all the time off and pay them the same. I don't agree with that at all. Right. But you do go, okay, hey, look, we're going to have more guys. We're going to have a relief team that rotates in, and we're going to have these other guys that are floaters. They're not on one crew. They can actually come and fill in here and here and here, and you figure out these other things that make you more efficient. And, it's just like people ask me why I don't do big commercial jobs. There's big money in big commercial jobs. My guys hate it, right? They don't like it because we're there at one place for 3 days. They get bored.
Yeah.
They like going bang, 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 knocking 6 houses out in a day. Everybody feels all jacked up about how good we're doing, and everybody performs better.
Right,
so
you got some work knocked out.
That's right. And so it's the same way on these guys. If they feel like, man, we've just been working on the same project and we're never going to be done with it, they're not even going to perform very well anyways. So there has to be something there that keeps them functioning in that right way. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there has to be give and take. The guy who's the employee has to go, you know what? I am willing to maybe make a little bit less to have a much more peaceful workplace where I'm not just worn out and my wife hates me. I'll do that, and you find this balance.
Yeah,
because there's always going to be that guy that's like, nah, bro, 90 hours a week, I'm in. Right? Car sales, no matter what it is.
I have a father-in-law that's that way at Steel Shop.
And
there's overtime.
I'm going to use that guy.
If you use it, I want to be the first guy there. I need the money. I'm going to be there. Don't give that guy the overtime.
And I'm going to use him. Yeah. If I've got that guy, he wants to be that guy, that's fine. If you don't want to be that guy, that's fine. I need to be able to work with both of those kind of guys.
Right. Hunter, what's your take, dude?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out. So like the company is giving them pay time off for a short period of time, or they're going to start giving them more time off just in general?
They're just in general giving them a week off because of all the projects they've had on
just
their plate.
1 week.
One whole week.
It sounds like they haven't made any claims for the future other than we're going to work our best to keep our team healthy.
Right.
The only positive.
I don't have a problem with that. I think that's kind of good. Like, I think that for me, like that's even happened to me. I've at my current work, we work, sometimes we have seasons just like Ryan does where we work a lot harder around Christmas. Funny enough, because I work in food and I work in food distribution through ministries. Funny enough, when Christmas comes around, people want to be more generous. It's just how it works. And so more people want food, more people want to give out food. So anyways, we work real hard at the end of the year. And my boss last year gave us the week of Christmas off, and he said, you know what, we're going to take a week after that too. We're just going to take a week after. We'll come back on the 7th or 8th of January, and we'll come back fresh. And I really appreciated that. Now, did he need to give us that? No, absolutely not. But I think it's kind of a token of, I see how hard you're working, and I want to honor that. Now, like you said, you can't do that in every setting. You can't just be like, we're going to stop drilling oil this week, and you guys are going to go home for a week because you've been working. There's different settings that.
But there is a way to do it. There is a way
you can stagger
just
it,
like
though.
you said, to staggering the schedules and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea. I think it helps show that the employer cares about the employee, and then I think it shows too that they don't want their employees burning out. Now you could look at it the other way and say, dude, we've been working our butts off all year and last year, and this is the first time you're just giving us a week off. Like, who cares? So
if it doesn't adjust long term, then it doesn't really matter.
It's gonna be received differently from everybody, but I think it's a cool idea.
And I do agree with that 100%, because I've got, like I said earlier on, I was personally the suck it up buttercup guy. I pushed my guys too far. I had some guys that were really good, who were actually willing to work all the time, but then I didn't really show them the appreciation. Sure, they got paid, but they never really got. I was so busy and wound up in work, they didn't get acknowledged for how good of a job they were doing.
Like, you could take them out for steak or something nice.
Right.
Like, hey, thanks for working hard all season. Yeah,
or even just give them a little bonus or different things like that. I didn't early on. You know what I mean? And I had guys that were really good that quit working for me. They weren't mad at me, but you could just tell it was like, it just didn't feel that great. And that hurt my feelings, because I don't want my guys feeling that way. I want them to really like working for me.
You care about them, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's all I got on Riot Games, Hunter. Did you want to hit up your last one there?
Sure, if we got time.
We got all the time.
Our last one is about the game Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs Legion, that is. I gotta say, I wasn't a huge fan of Watch Dogs, the first couple ones, but from what I'm seeing in this new one, it looks pretty cool. Looks like it's something that I might try. I probably won't buy it because I'm so skeptical because of the first games. I probably won't buy it right out the gate, but definitely might try it. But anyway, sorry. The meat of this is that in Watch Dogs Legions, apparently the NPCs are going to follow set schedules, and you can spy on them. So basically, the object of this game is you're starting like a revolution, right?
Right.
And so you're building a resistance. And so you can now watch these NPCs and kind of spy and watch their lives and their habits. And their schedules to kind of see, do I want to recruit them? Because that's the part of the game. It's like recruiting a team.
Right. You turn them into a playable character.
Yes.
Right.
And so, there's different aspects to the game. You need tech guys. You need hard hitters. You need, the infantry, just different things like that. And so watching these NPCs will kind of give you an idea of if you want to bring them in on your team or not. And so I thought that was really cool. Let's see here. It says Watch Dogs Legion is far from the first game to feature NPCs that follow an hour-to-hour pattern. Titles like The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask popularized the concept, but Legion is likely doing it at a much larger scale. The cover story suggests that players will use the information to understand how individual citizens view the organization of DedSec, which is the organization you're rising against, I'm thinking, allowing you to come up with strategies to pull them over to your side. Legion may offer multiplayer mode with a higher player count too. It would be, let me see, higher player count than 4-player co-op. but that remains to be unseen. So, or that remains to be seen. So they're saying that they may do a co-op that is more than 4-player. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if I can name a game that does a co-op that's more than 4-player.
As soon as you said that, there is Rainbow Six. I think.
Oh yeah, the Wildlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I can think of.
Right. So Watch Dogs Legion is slated to drop on October 29th for PC, PlayStation 4, Stadia, and Xbox One.
Okay.
It will also launch on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X when those consoles come out this holiday season. You can check out our Watch Dogs Legion pre-order guide to learn about the bonuses and additions available. So,
Okay.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Watch Dogs, when we were talking about Watch Dogs, I think right when this podcast started, way early in the beginning, that was Watch Dogs 2 that was coming out. Is that right? So this is a new Watch Dogs you're talking about, Hunter?
No, actually, that was Legion. Was what we were talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Is this out yet, or it's on its way still?
No, it's on its way still. It's been in development the whole time.
Yeah, I think it's been almost a year ago we talked about it, and it did intrigue me. They had some pretty big, things that I had never seen in other games.
Yeah, it wasn't that they did bad. It was just, like what Hunter said, I think it was just kind of some unrealized potential.
Yeah,
in the game.
I think so. The first game came out, and my brother really wanted it, and that was a while back. I don't even remember what console that was or anything, but the concept was super cool of hacking. It was almost looked like a Grand Theft Auto where you did hacking and stuff like that. And, but then when you got the game, it was kind of one note. There wasn't a lot of branching out or different.
Repetitive
there wasn't a lot
gameplay.
of dynamic. Yeah. So, and I think that's a danger that can fall on a lot of new games, especially their first one. And so now they've had a little time to build on it. I think as the games have gone on, Watch Dogs 2 was a little better, a little bit more expanded, a little bit more, But now I think with the things that they're integrating in the Legion, it looks like, it could be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of like you said, like with games like if you're going to go that route, like what Hunter's saying, where it feels repetitive, you almost got to do kind of like what the Arkham series did, where it is repetitive in what you're doing, the actions you're doing, and the fighting style. Like none of that really changes, but you definitely have to like provide enough Easter eggs and extra little exploration things to do to make the game interesting.
To keep people drawn in.
Or like you're saying.
Series, you're changing with the Arkham series. You notice they changed the atmosphere all the time, or what do you call it? Like the actual world.
Yeah, you weren't just in the static environment. Yeah,
right. And even I'm even talking from game to game. Like you could make an argument for Spider-Man and all the superhero games that it's repetitive because you fight the same way, except you level up in different combinations and different stuff like that. Right. Okay. But at the same time, you're always dropping into a group of criminals and beating them all up. And leaving the scene and doing different missions, blah, 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 blah. So you can argue that, but what makes it different is the story. Okay. So like you're going after these different people. Why? And I think that what comes into play with different superhero games is nostalgia, right? Oh, I'm fighting Joker. Oh, I'm fighting Croc. Oh, I'm fighting, and where you run into the problem with games like Assassin's Creed is it's like there's some historical things that you might be able to get.
But there's nothing you're really attached to.
Yeah, there's nothing
you're really attached to. Yeah. And so when it gets so repetitive, the way you kill, the way you go on the missions, the way you get money, the way that can kind of get stale very fast.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I think, though, that this is going to be enough change in the game to kind of give Watch Dogs a new breath, for me at least.
I remember when I was checking out the previews early on, there was some things in there for sure. Just the fact that I wasn't around when Watch Dogs 1 and 2 came out, but just that fact that you could become any of the NPCs, any of them in the entire game could be recruited into your deal and would be playable. I thought that was pretty. I had never heard of anything like that. I don't know if the 1 and 2 did that, But I thought that was cool on this one for sure.
Yeah.
So that's what it said on the preview, was like you can recruit anyone, and they said we mean anyone. The
Yeah,
techies,
even the old lady
the
grandma.
guys, yeah, they said
That's
you can
cool.
recruit the idiots, and it showed guys like being stupid.
Hmm.
So that'll be cool.
Okay.
It'll be really cool.
And I'm always down for a good co-op game, where everybody can
Oh
play.
yeah,
You know
Oh
that.
yeah, that's good. Well, I'm gonna finish up here, Hunter. I'm gonna tie this little thing with a bow. We're gonna talk about Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone, and really the overarching Season 5 that has just launched today. So if it's Wednesday, August 5th, you need to go ahead and start your download if you plan on playing this weekend.
Mhm.
Because on my PC download, it was 54 gigs. So me and
It's
Hunter,
always 54 gigs. It's Call of Duty.
yeah,
I mean, the new Call of Duty is just ridiculous.
gun update, 54 gigs.
Chase.
So yeah, so Season 5 launched.
shading 54 gigs.
Season 5 launched today, guys, and it's looking good. Now, I wanted to do something different. We kind of done this before. Last week we did it. It was pretty successful. We're going to try it again. I want to do a little watch-along, a little sneaky peek of the trailer that launched today.
What we didn't do this week is make sure we're hooked on Parsec so we could hear it. That's
No,
what we did last week.
No, I put a link in your Discord,
Oh.
and we're all gonna we're gonna do a countdown to hit play, and then
Okay.
and then yeah.
It's in the chat. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's in your Discord chat. So bring up your link, guys. And
Hold on. How do I pull up the chat in Discord?
Should just be right.
It's right above us. It says podcast chat. Right above where our names are.
Yeah,
Okay,
you'll see
there's
it.
podcast link and then podcast chat.
Yep. You'll click on that, and to the
Okay.
right, you'll see the linky link that I dropped for you. And so what we're gonna do here, boys, is we're just gonna hit play together, and it's gonna be beautiful. And we're just
I
gonna
don't
kind of
see-
talk about it as we go.
It's that big old video right there in the chat.
You know, see
In
the
middle
big
of screen.
picture there?
Oh, hold on. I wasn't scrolled down all the way. Give me a second. All right,
Okay.
here we go.
There we go. There we go, hot dog.
Hey,
Okay.
just so you know, go ahead and start it and lower your volume because it's going to blow your eardrums out. And then get ready to restart it.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Or Hunter or whoever.
Ooh.
I just figured I do like a slow uptick. I
I
don't
get
just
you.
monitor it in the
Right.
thingamajig, you know? Okay.
Yeah.
So on you guys let me know when you're ready. We'll do a countdown. Ready? 3.
We're ready.
Okay, on 1. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, nope, I messed up. Go back. Abandon ship.
What do you mean?
Because I
I
gotta
already watched it all. I'm just kidding.
I gotta switch it over to the video. The audio wasn't playing. I was like, why? Oh, because I didn't switch it yet. Okay. You ready now?
Operator. Yeah, we were ready
Oh,
before.
yeah. That's totally operator. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready? Is you ready? You say you ready? Ready?
I like the music right off the bat. Very intense.
You ready to start this fire?
It looks good.
You know that.
I'm pumped about it. So, guys, in the audio podcast, you'll be able to hear.
Fireworks.
We got video of the stadium being blown to smithereens.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That means the stadium is going to be accessible now on the inside.
Yes, sir. Also, looks like we're gonna have a train going around the track on the map.
I like that.
Yeah. Combat looks good too.
You got some new maps. Is that what it's showing?
Yeah, I got some tanks, but I think that's gonna be like in a separate mode. I don't think that's gonna be totally Warzone.
Yeah, that'd be a little crazy.
Yeah, I think there's different areas too. It looks like.
Yeah.
Here's an oil rig. That's definitely all new.
Well, I think that might be other maps, maybe for their other
Yeah, I
modes.
think that's in multiplayer instead of like Drop Zone or Warzone.
Maybe.
So
Oh
check
yeah,
this
it's a
out.
Modern Warfare and Warzone trailer.
Did you see that though? They have a
guy?
grappling rappel thing. You ascend
Oh,
up.
that was cool.
So
yeah,
it's going to create ways of getting up to rooftops to take out snipers, rather than always having to just go upstairs.
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah.
The dance will never be the same.
There you go,
Yeah.
guys. Season 5.
I
I
like
like
it. I'm pumped up.
Yeah.
The
It's-
dance will never be the same.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I've enjoyed the game overall so far. I mean, I haven't really had, to be honest, I don't think I've had like almost any complaints about it.
No, I mean,
Like, I've just really enjoyed it.
as the game goes, it's been really phenomenal. I think I was getting frustrated with it because I wasn't very good, but I've come to terms with that, and now I'm just working to get better.
That plus the fact that it's just huge. The downloads are huge. Shaders has never done downloading. All of that is annoying. That's for sure. But as for the actual gameplay, the way the game plays out, the way the teams work, the way you can bring people back, the way you can get your loadouts, just the whole concept, the way the game plays out, I've liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I don't really have any complaints.
I will tell
other
you,
than I suck at it. Yeah.
yeah, I will cover a complaint here at the end, which we talked about on the podcast before, but I wanted to go over these updates while we're thinking of it here. So I want to run through the playlist updates for the game. They're doing Ground War, and it says adding Verdansk International Airport, so they're adding that to the Ground War game. You got Blueprint Gunfight, Search and Destroy Double Down. That's going to be 12v12s. You got Face Off Livestock. Not sure what that is. You got Oil Rig and Harbor 24/7. Not really sure how that's going to run. For your Warzone, you're going to have your duos, your trios, your quads. It says Battle Royale solos buyback, previously called BR Solos Stimulus. Blood Money, they're doing Blood Money quads now. That's been added, and they're also going to have this one, which is interesting: Mini Royale trios. This is a fast-paced This is a fast-paced battle royale in condensed areas of Verdansk. So basically, they start you, but the storm has already moved in, so it's going to be a smaller circle. I think it's still going to be the 150.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's more like get in there, get your hands dirty.
Yeah, that's good for practice. We need that.
That'll be spicy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other general fixes they're doing. I don't want to go through all that on the podcast. I don't think that's as fun. You guys can go check out the notes on that. As far as Warzone goes, you're going to have new Warzone loot items. The Gulag weapons will now rotate every week between 4 sets total. So I like that because, they had been doing snipers and stuff in there. That's fun.
Single shots. Everything single shots.
Yeah. They increased effective damage range of all semi-automatic DMR and semi-automatic snipers.
Okay.
They increased the effectiveness of damage range for the FR 5.56. They fixed a bug where the player's physics could be controlled by the helicopter while they parachuted out. They also did a fix where players were unable to call in any airstrikes. They fixed seeing invalid pings on heartbeat sensor. They added some new voice options, or voiceovers, I should say, to warn players if enemies recon drones being called in. So if there's a drone nearby,
right,
that's kind of nice. And the fix for alive and gas challenge timer. And then for the league, the fix for an exploit while inside blue kiosks on Piccadilly. And then they also have some other stuff. But overall, it looks good. The game itself, still really good. Now, I wanted to cover the complaints real quick because I've seen it from streamers like, I've been watching Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx, and they have been having issues with people cheating on them, like pretty prevalent. True. And a lot of other people are starting to have more and more issues with it. Matter of fact, before we did the podcast, I was watching videos of it. It's pretty crazy. So you have people there called wallers, so they can see through walls. They can actually see your silhouette through walls. They've hacked it.
Oh, really?
They can shoot through walls. You've got your aimbot where it just automatically aims, and they're like headshot people all over the place.
Right.
Auto mark, where it just marks anybody. The software basically picks up whoever you're going across in a distance. It'll just automatically mark them.
Right.
Some really crazy stuff, and I think it's just becoming more prevalent, and so that's not good for the health of the game. Infinity Ward had put out a post basically saying that another set of ban waves was coming. It was a little weak though. It was almost like, hey guys, please stop cheating. you know. So I think they really need to get on getting an anti-cheat system in this game. I mean,
Well, they do. It's just not good enough. They have an anti-cheat system.
Yeah, but it's sucking. So,
Right.
you know, they need to step it up.
Yeah.
I think it's so crazy that people do like what is the point at that point? Like if you're gonna cheat like that, and someone will say, "Well, I do it so I can level up faster." Well, at that point, like when you get to that level you want to be at, it's not even gonna be fun. Like it's.
Let's see. We were talking about that last time, and I was saying, you know, oh, who cares about that? Then I thought, well, you know what? Actually, you know, when I was younger, you couldn't cheat like that, right? We didn't have aimbots and stuff like that, but you did have places that were like glitch spots on the map that you could get to and just smoke people, and it was super hard for them to kill you. And I remember doing the same thing, and so I went back and started saying, well, why did I do that? It's probably just because I was young, and it was like trolling was fun. It was. I mean, there was a certain element to pissing all these people off is fun. And so they're not doing it because it's going to make them way better at the game. They're doing it because they want to cheat and smoke people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I saw an issue where Tim the Tatman brought up on one of his videos that he released a couple days ago. He was really pissed because him and Nick Merckx and their teammates, their little group, was playing in a $100,000 tournament. And a hacker got in on that. He had, I think they said hack spawned, which I think it means like if someone from the other team dies, they somehow connect themselves in over that player, maybe. Anyway, long story short, they were being hacked and stream sniped. Whoever was doing the hacking was also watching their stream because they don't do their stream with a delay, and so they were just literally following them around, you know, taking them out in the game.
That's a whole different story.
And they were royally pissed because it's
nobody
like,
should do that.
Yeah, $100,000 tournament. Come on. So,
well, I actually think that should be criminal. If you're doing it when there's money involved, there should be, just like in any other sport, if you are caught cheating, there's criminal charges. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, if you're talking about money is involved, it's a whole nother. You're not trolling.
Yeah.
You're just.
Well, these guys, I don't even think these hackers were a part of the tournament. I think they hacked their way into the tournament.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But that's the vibe I was getting from Tim the Tatman, because he said the other team that they had discussed with said that they weren't a part of it. Basically, was like, hey, we didn't bring those guys in. That was a hack job on us, like on our server.
Weird. Yeah, that sucks.
So anyway, a really good game. I don't really want to rain on the parade. It's really good. I don't want to see Infinity Ward and Activision let such a great mode go to waste.
Right.
Yep. There's also news too that a new Call of Duty game could be coming in 2020. Yes, or it is at least in development. And they did make an official announcement that Treyarch Studios was teaming up with Infinity Ward and all that, and they're going to be working on a new title. A lot of people think it's going to be Black Ops, and there's also been talk that the game itself will be revealed through Warzone.
That'd be cool.
So these little Easter eggs that have been happening throughout each season, they say are leading to the game reveal of the next game.
Interesting.
Yep. I don't know how I feel about that, though. If I'm really enjoying this Warzone, I really don't want to go to a new game.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be so different, though, that you'll play both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, here's
if
what
it
I'm
is
wondering.
a Black Ops game, it's going to be a lot different.
Do they... Okay, here's a
I
question.
kind of expected them to take this the way the Infinity said, that this was going to continue. That was my impression.
Yeah.
Kind of like Fortnite or any of these other ones. You know what I mean? Where they just keep that's their battle royale. Sure, they can come out with other multiplayer games, but I think they should have their attention onto a battle royale that they're continuing to release content for and staying on top of. If you start making a bunch of them, I just don't know how that's going to work. I guess. I mean, it could, but it just seems.
Here's a theory / question. I'll throw it out there. Since both games would be modern times, what if they did a battle royale that connects the two games? So you have Warzone Verdansk, which is your current Modern Warfare, and then you have a different map that's your Black Ops map. and includes the
that's
Black Ops
perfectly fine.
data. But you can
Perfectly fine.
access all that within the same Warzone.
Warzone. Yeah, perfect.
Mode.
Something like that would be great.
Yeah, I'd be into that. I don't know that I want to buy a whole new Call of Duty just to play a new Battle Royale.
Well, the Battle Royales are free anyways, so you're not going to have to do that.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that's where their big numbers are because they just hit 75 million. I think the Battle Royale is what's really pushing their numbers right now. If I was a betting man. But I don't know. We'll see what they do. Well, that's all I got on the news. Whew. That's a lot of news tonight.
Well, I got some Freebie Farm stuff, but I think I'm going to move through them pretty quickly. So buckle up,
Okay,
Buttercup.
let me transition you. Come on down to Freebie Farm. All games are free, half off, and 70% off the price of free.
Games may include microtransactions, time gating, and in-game ads before, during, and after gameplay. No refunds will be permitted.
All right. So Freebie Farm, we've switched it up the last couple times, and this is going to be our new format. We're going to hit and pick. I may name a couple without talking about them, but I'm pretty much going to hit on the ones that caught my eye and talk about them just a little bit, give you a brief overview of what they are so people have a better idea of what some of these free games are. And I'm trying to pick the ones that are higher rated or that caught my attention on a personal level and throw those out there for you guys. So first, we've got the free for everyone list. If you guys are listening and you want to know what everything that's free, which is just tons of games, which this includes the Humble Bundle, and the PlayStation Now, EA Access. So your paid subscriptions too. This is on Metacritic. You look up the free games for the month, and there's a list that categories all of these. You can get in there and find it all. But we're going to give you our list of about I got about 10 tonight, and then I'll hit a couple that are just names. First on free for everyone, which is PC. You don't have to be signed up for anything like that, but this game is on PC. It's called Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Don't know if you guys have heard of that one. But Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, it's got an 83 on the Metacritic score, and then it's got a 6.4 on the user review, which is decent. But it seemed like a pretty interesting game. This is an exploration action adventure with an emphasis on audio visual style. So we've been talking about, a lot of games have kind of gone this. They go artistic and they're, bringing in music and that kind of stuff more into the game. And I like that kind of vibe for sure, especially when it's free. It says, traverse a mythic little realm. Use a sword to do battle and evoke sorcery to solve musical mysteries. Okay. It's a cooperative game with friends. It says via Twitter, which I don't know what that means. Experience a video game world that is affected by moon phases and help wandering warrior monks complete their wonderful errands. Just sounds like something out of kind of left field to have as many reviews and ratings as it does.
When it says Twitter, is it talking about your Twitter account? Like it's something you connect?
Yeah, somehow. Yep. And I don't know exactly how. I didn't look into that.
Okay.
But it does say via Twitter.
Okay, so kind of like Facebook gaming. Now we're going to have Twitter gaming.
In a way, but this is definitely still just on. It's not being played on Twitter. The cooperative with friends is via Twitter. So it's probably maybe like a stats type deal that's keeping track of missions that you're on or something like that. And you compare the two. You know what I mean? If I had to guess.
So it's not going to be like Farmville where you have a little app on Twitter that you open up and play a little Farmville.
No, I don't think so. That's the vibe I get when I'm reading that. Okay, the next one I got for you guys is called Sludge Life. Okay. Sludge Life is it's got a 71 Metacritic, 6.7 user review. Another one that just kind of struck me as an oddball. Sludge Life is a first-person, open-world, vandalism-centric stroll through a polluted island full of cranky idiots and a vibe so thick you can taste it. That's their lead sentence. When I read that,
they got you. They hooked you.
Yeah, I said I'm in. It says roam a tiny island stuck on a sludge-covered planet as an upcoming tagger. So you're, like a vandal guy. You're tagging your emblems and stuff on whatnot. Ghost, a tagger ghost is what it says. Basically, you look like a ghost from Pac-Man. You know what I mean? The little ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it says set on staking their staking their claim amongst the other graffiti's elite. Okay. It says traverse the correspondingly branded landscape. Of course, what everybody else is doing, and chat up other taggers, discover secrets and idiots along the way. Basically, you'll become a king of the island if you tag everything, every open inch. You infiltrate the sludge pumping corporations, Klug, and find your way out. Just take down the flames with you.
Looks like a nice little South Park type game, you know?
Yeah.
So just wild. It looks good.
It looks kind of old school. You know, it's just got
Yeah.
this vibe of like something that would have come out on PC back in the day, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one just
Totally.
kind of
It
caught my
looks like Papa the Rapper.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Papa
Yeah.
the Rapper. It's got that graphics to it. That's funny.
Okay, this next one is going to be one you guys, it'll be familiar to you. And this is on, let me make sure. Yeah, okay. Now we got EA Sports. Both of those were for, oh, shoot. Maybe not. Let me see. What was Sludge on? Yeah, okay. So both of those were on PC free, Epic Game Store. So you get Super Brothers and Sludge Life. Both of those are on Epic Game Store. And then you've got the EA Sports. When you've signed up for that, this one you're going to know about. You've heard of it. It's got a great rating, 84. It's called Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is an all new adventure with Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, full of unique bosses, rolling 2D landscapes, and fun classic gameplay. So this is a new release, which we've been seeing a lot of these Sonic things kind of get new released. Obviously, they've contracted and partnered up with some others, you know. We're starting to see that kind of stuff kind of come back out. We've got the Sonic movie, and it's not just Sonic, but other stuff that is from Sega we've been seeing kind of start to surface. That's got a 7.6, which is really good on a user rating, and the 84. And so for free, if you've signed up for that already, you might as well get your download while it's there.
Yeah.
That one's, like I said, I say free, but that one's with the EA Access if you do that.
Okay.
On EA Access, I'm not going to talk about these three, but all of the Crysis games, Crysis 2, and Crysis 3 for Xbox 360. If you're still, rocking the 360, you can jump on some of those.
Okay.
Humble Choice. I've got a couple here, I think. Let's see. I think I didn't see any in Humble Choice this time that caught my attention. Let me double check. It was a little weak. Yeah, you got a couple, that we've mentioned before. Age of Wonders is on there. And coming soon. This one right here. That's what it was. It's called Void Bastards.
Void Bastards. Okay.
Void Bastards, yep. Inspired by BioShock and System Shock 2, Void Bastards is a new strategy shooter that will test your wits as well as exercise your aim. You can lead the misfit prisoners of the Void Ark through the derelict spaceships and Madrid dangers of the Sargasso Nebula. This is a action shooter, first-person arcade game, and it looked pretty fun. It's 81, like I said, on the Metacritic, 7.4, which is really good for this style of game on the user critics. And if you've got it, you've got it, right? So that's one. If you have Humble, I wouldn't pass it up. I'd get it while you can. That one's good through August 6th. So I think that's the only one I've brought up that is. If you're listening on Monday or on Wednesday live with us, then you're good. If you're listening on Friday, what is today? The 5th, right, guys? Yeah, so if you're listening on Friday, you can't get it. So that's why I brought that one into the list, because I wanted to make sure if you're listening live, you got that one before it's gone.
Yeah, it's
Seemed
got
like
a
a
unique
fun-
look to it. Very comic book looking.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Kind of like
super
old
cool.
school cell shaded kind of vibe.
Mhm.
Okay, next one I got here, guys, is called. See, I got myself confused. This game is called Rocket Arena. And I'm trying to remember where I saw it pulled up on. I want to say that this Rocket Arena was in PlayStation, but I'm sliding past it. Let's see. You can pull up a preview for that one too, Clint, if you will, Rocket Arena, while I'm grabbing it. I've got the article pulled up, but now I'm not seeing what it went to, what it came with. I want to make sure you guys know.
Yeah, I'm working on getting your trailer up for you real quick.
Yeah, you're good. For some reason, I could have swore that was in PlayStation's list.
I think it was on that, maybe. I thought I saw it on the Metacritic.
Yeah, it was on Metacritic, but I'm not seeing which subscription it's going with. I'm trying to find out what subscription it went with.
It's on PS4.
It's EA. It's EA Access, and is it also on PS4?
It says as of August 1st, 2020, Rocket Arena is free for PS4, Xbox One, PC also for a limited
Oh yeah,
time.
so I somehow already scrolled past EA. My tabs aren't in order up top. That's what happened. Sorry
and
about that.
They're probably lumping that in with the EA Access.
Yeah, it is. It's EA Access or Origin Access. And obviously, if you're watching live, Clint's got the preview going. This doesn't have the highest rating. I picked it because it just looked unique.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like kind of a fun game to play if you're getting it, for free with something you're already paying for. I like the graphics on it. The art style is unique for a free game, especially. It almost had a Overwatch vibe to it, like a little bit of an Overwatch, but extreme.
A little bit of Fortnite meets Overwatch.
Yeah, it's interesting. It says, "Welcome to a world where the rules are written in rocket fuel. Rockets control everything in Rocket Arena, an explosive 3v3 shooter where you're never out of the action. Master your heroes' unique rockets and abilities to rule the arena." So yeah, it is. Each character's got their own abilities and specials, though all of them pertain to rocket-powered things. So that's kind of the theme of the game. But it's a little 3v3. If you've already got EA Access, like I said, it's just included. Jump on it. Just a unique-looking little game. I don't know how in-depth the game is. I don't know how many, actual levels and characters it has. But check it out. If you got it, download it.
It's kind of nice being able to see them in video,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you guys, as you're watching your podcast, if you got time, go over and check them out. After you've listened to Freebie Farm, you get a better idea of what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The next one I'm going to talk about is called Dead Cells. Let's see if I'm crazy and if that's right up there in EA Sports, just in case because I skipped it earlier. Nope, it's not. Usually the tabs all save in order. Okay, so I am in order now. I'm back in track. Okay, this is for PlayStation Now. Dead Cells is rated 87 for Metacritic and a 7.7. So again, a really good rating. This says Dead Cells put you in control of a failed alchemic. Is that a real word? Am I saying that right? Alchemic?
Like an alchemist?
I'm guessing. Yeah, well, it's just a C at the end there. Alchemic
like
experiment.
alchemy.
So I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what's happened on a sprawling, ever-changing, and seemingly cursed island. Though tough but fair combat, responsive controls, challenging foes, permadeath, and of course, the emergency panic roll to get out of trouble. It says make a demanding, visceral, and cathartic action game. This is a action platformer, and I thought it looked like a pretty good. We see platformers all the time. This just kind of looked like it tied some of the newer style stuff with some of the older style stuff when I was watching the video on it, and I just really like the graphic style and the vibe of how the game is played out.
Yeah, it's very retro, very like back when you played Super Nintendo or Sega. It's got that kind of look to it, but it's up-res. Everything's
yeah, and it's kind of
lighting
got
effects
modern,
are better.
Yeah, modern style lighting effects and things like that. Yeah, so it's kind of a crossover vibe, and I thought that was interesting. of course, like I said, I'm also going here off of people giving it such good ratings. So I'm not even a huge platformer, but I know some of our listeners love them.
Yeah.
We got dads out there that grew up in that era, you know what I mean, and they love that retro stuff. And
It looks like something you can play in front of your kids. You don't got to worry about.
Yep, definitely.
What's going to be on the screen?
This is free on what, EA, you said?
No, this one is on PlayStation Now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And on PlayStation Now, you had a couple more that I don't need to go into details over, but I don't want to miss. If you have PlayStation Now, Hitman 2 is out for you for free, which is a great game. And Watch Dogs 2, if you're interested in checking out what Watch Dogs is about that we talked about tonight, the new one that's coming, Watch Dogs 2 can at least give you a little bit of a vibe of what it's like. Of course, you got Tom Clancy's the Rainbow Six Siege. That's been free on there for a while. And Control, those are kind of most of your kind of top games that are on there right now. Metro Exodus 2. So they've got quite a few, actually. PlayStation, I usually kind of lay into them because they don't have a very good list, but their list has been good the last few months for sure.
Yeah, there's a game I hope you cover that looks good. Looking for
on PlayStation? Probably not then, because I'm rolling off of that into PlayStation Plus. So which one are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about, PlayStation Plus. The next PlayStation category.
Oh, okay, in the next PlayStation category. You're talking about I'm guessing you're talking about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered.
No, there's actually a little jewel in there that we're going to pull up on here.
Okay, pull it up, because I didn't...
I'm talking about Fall Guys. You go ahead and talk about Call of Duty, and I'll
Call of Duty's not in my talk list, so I'll pull up Fall Guys with you. So I was going to say, I didn't know what Fall Guys was, so I must have missed this little jewel.
Yeah, well,
it's got a great user rating.
I think it looks fun.
Yeah. You got a video for it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now for you.
Okay. It's got an 8.2 user rating, which is like extremely high. Usually a 7.5 is really high.
So for Fall Guys, everyone think of like Smash Bros, or think of some of the old party games for Xbox 360. Back in the day, there was one that was I forget what it looked like, but this is kind of like a battle royale type situation. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it says Fall Guys party game with up to 60 players online in a free for all struggle through round after round of escaping chaos until the victor remains.
Yeah. So it's
I like it.
Literally like little tic tac looking dudes, or like what are they called? Mascots. I was going to say mascots. And so you're racing through these courses, right? And you're just battling it out, knocking each other down. Who's going to get knocked off the map? It's just a big battle royale.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That'd be a fun game for the kids for sure too, to play with like Rory or Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just super funny looking. Very very crisp, clean graphics. Has a good kid vibe, very bright. Kind of Candy Crush to me. I see Candy Crush all over.
Yeah.
These bright colors. But
so I guess if you get killed, you get killed, and then it's just slowly wiping it down until there's one person left.
Yeah, like
That's
you guys,
kind of a battle royale.
You remember like the Japanese game show that used to be out in the Wipeout. It's like that, but with mannequins.
And 60 of them all at once.
Yeah. And they obviously take bigger. I guess you just keep going through these finish lines. Like once you finish a round, then you go to the next round, and it just gets harder and harder.
Right, until there's only one person left.
Yep.
That's cool. I like it. I definitely play that.
I think that'd be a good stream game for sure.
Thank you for catching that jewel.
Mm-hmm.
That's on PS Plus?
Yes.
That's on PlayStation Plus. Yep.
Yes, sir. Anyway, very cool.
Now Stadia, they've actually made the list again, which is getting better for them for sure. You've got you guys kind of already know what this game is, but it's coming out August 1st. It's Metro 2033 Redux. That's the newest Metro. So it's coming over to Stadia, which is definitely that's a big name and a good game. It's got a 90 on the Metacritic rating and an 8.0 for the user rating with 1,000 reviews. So everybody knows that that's definitely a highly rated game. And so I'm going to give Stadia their dues when it's due, you know?
Yeah. They deserve it. You know, they're trying to pull out of their trenches.
Yeah, definitely.
At least they haven't abandoned the project like Microsoft abandoned Mixer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next you got. I've kind of gone with a lot of retro ones this time, and I don't know why. That's just maybe the vibe I had. You got an action platformer. It's a 2D game, and it's called Blazing Chrome. As soon as I saw the cover of the game, I was in. I almost felt like it was like Transformers, or not Transformers, but what's his name? Terminator meets He-Man or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Just the vibe of the cover on it was very
Chrome.
Blazing Chrome. Yep, it says in Blazing Chrome, bring your best pal and kick some metal butts. To free humankind while enjoying a classic run and gun, fully loaded action and exciting fights. It just looked like a cool little platformer. And so if you're, like I said, if you're already on, what do you call it? If you're already on with the free for, this is the Xbox Game Pass, or was it Games with Gold? Let me double check.
Is this a really old school game?
No, this is a new school game, but they're
It
going
looks
with old
like
school.
a game I've played before. That's what's
Oh yeah,
weird.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, to me it comes off as like, what was that, like the hardest game, or was it not Tron? What was the name? Oh, I can't think of the name
Metro
of it right
Prime or something. We were talking about that before. What is that
now.
called?
There was one that was really hard.
Had
Well, I
like a
know-
level nobody could beat.
I can't think of it right now off the top of my head.
Oh no, this is Twitch Prime. I'm on Twitch now. So this is for PC. If you have Twitch Prime, which Clint does, and I do if I pair my stuff over, and if you guys have Amazon Prime, then you have Twitch Prime. If you're listening, you can pair that, and then you can get Blazing Chrome, which looks fun, and it's co-op. So,
I'm getting Alien vibes from the movie Alien. Where these
definitely.
robots look.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, like I said, there's some, I'm not a super play these, a guy who wants to play all the old ones that we had back in the day. But at the same time, certain games get me. This one has a certain vibe that I used to love games like this. It's got a very Alien vibe, but the way of playing and the style of it is like my favorite Ninja Turtles game ever.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
90s action sci-fi meets the style of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Well,
super good.
really, they can just do so much more now than they could back then. This is probably the games they wanted to make, but they couldn't put as
they
much
just
on
couldn't.
screen at once.
Right.
Yeah, it looks cool. I give it a
All right.
thumbs up. You're picking good ones tonight, bro.
I appreciate it.
Like
I've got-
like they're not big, like you said, they're not mainstream titles, but they're little
Interesting.
jewels, little kind of, hey, look at what these indie developers did, and it's good.
Really cracking down on it.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, next one I've got.
He knew he was bringing the heat, so he's like, I better step it up.
Next one I've got is Portal Knights. Okay, Portal Knights is it's going to be for Xbox Games with Gold. That last one was for, just so you guys, that was the Twitch Prime one. There wasn't anything else on Twitch Prime that jumped out to me. It was just that one. And so now we're over to Xbox Games with Gold. Portal Knights. It is a action role-playing general action RPG. It says, leave the familiar world behind and step into the fantastic unknown with Portal Knights, a cooperative 3D sandbox action RPG. Level up your character and craft powerful gear to defeat the enemies in real time. Tactical combat. Explore dozens of randomly generated islands and restore peace to the world. When I was checking this one out, the user reviews really said that it really is different. When you go back to these random generated islands, the gameplay will be different each time. The mission, the path that you're going to take, stuff like that is going to shift. So it's got an old school vibe, but with some of the new school tactics with these kind of expanding or changing.
The environment looks like Minecraft.
I was gonna say, is it like a Minecraft mod, or it is its own standalone system?
It's its own standalone system. They just kind of took it from the Minecraft vibe. You know what I mean?
Okay. I like the way their inventory looks. It's just so you know, guys, instead of having lists, the inventory is like the objects in 3D space, just kind of floating there.
Like
So
Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, no, Minecraft just gives you like a little 2D. It's not quite as
right.
crisp.
Yeah.
It's a picture though, rather than a list, is what I was saying.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. It's just it's kind of up-resed. I mean, the graphics are a little better than Minecraft, unless you have some mods, stuff like that. But it's still the exact same style. You're building and planning and fighting along with the building. So it's kind of like Minecraft, but in a fighting platform game. You know, on a fighting, not platform, but RPG kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the last one I've got here, because Xbox kind of didn't deliver this time, was...
You gave him the Orion Jinx, you know?
Yep, I did. Oh, well. Yakuza, I'm going to say this. Yakuza Kiwami. And I think I nailed it, you know, but I don't know.
How do you
Yakuza
spell that?
Kiwami 2. That's YAKUZA KIWAMI. And this is if you
That's
have
exactly how it
Xbox.
sounds.
Yep. If you have Xbox Game Pass, then you can get Yakuza Kiwami. Okay. This is one of them Sega comebacks. Okay. Sega proudly presents Yakuza Kiwami 2, which I don't remember this game. Okay. And you guys can hate me for it or not, you know, but I don't remember this game on Sega. One of the most beloved storylines in the franchise's history, remade in full HD for the PlayStation 4, which is also on Xbox One, clearly because we're talking about Xbox. But I guess it was remastered specifically for the PlayStation. 1 year after the 10 billion yen incident, Yakuza Kiryu begins to build a peaceful life with Haruko Sawamura. Okay. This is obviously your anime kind of style game. Comes from back in the day, but it's revamped with more modern day sharpness and graphics, and really the graphics are pretty cool. Pretty artistic. I'm sure it's just if you know the storyline before, then it's just the same storyline retold. But it's a very Japanese style game. If you like those kind of style of the kind of, it's an open world adventure game, kind of RPG fighter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like those style games, this is exactly that. But it's got, one of your old stories brought back. Everybody says they did a great job. You know, most of these reviewers are people who already knew the game. Some of them are not. But it's got an 8.4, which is really high. And the ones who knew the game before said, what's awesome about it is basically that they really did keep it the same game. It's bringing back that old story, the old vibe, just with modern day graphics and smoother controls and updates.
Okay.
So if that's one of your favorites from back in the day, you can relive it with Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
Let me see if that's on PC. I don't know if it is. Yes, it is. So that's on PC and Xbox One if you have Game Pass, or if you're getting Game Pass.
I gotta give Xbox credit. They're giving so much love to PC players right now.
They are. They're
Crazy.
Putting more and more on there for sure. Golf with Your Friends is now on Xbox Game Pass. Free.
I'm not gonna show a preview of that
on PC.
You better put a freaking preview up of that, bro. I want to watch it.
Guys, in the audio cast, this is Hunter's favorite game, and he gave me the look,
There's a couple other ones on here that are worth mentioning. We're just not going to dive into, too. Oh, sorry, Clint. I didn't even mean to cut you off like that.
No, you're good.
Hunter did give the look, though.
He did. It was
Yeah, 'cause Golf with Friends is a good game. If you like putt-putt, you'll like Golf with Friends. That's all I'm going to say. Obviously,
Simple.
Clinton doesn't like putt-putt.
He doesn't. He gets beat by his wife every time he goes.
Okay, well, that's it. That's why he hates it.
Simple.
Oh,
Okay,
I hear a lot of lies going on right now.
You get
a lot of people
he's
going to
gonna play
burn.
Freebie Farm. It is a good game. I have fun. Every time we've played it, I'd have fun. It's just Clint shuts it down.
No, I love Golf with Friends.
I don't
bro.
know.
We gotta play it.
Warzone or Golf with Friends?
Well, we could probably load
No.
Warzone.
This
and
was
play Golf with
before
Friends.
Warzone. This is when we were kind of in between, didn't know what we wanted to play, and this was kind of a fun filler game, and you still took a dump on it.
Well,
So
it's not my fault, Hunter.
Cheats.
Would not buy Overwatch, and then DayZ
listen.
just wasn't pulling through for us.
Golf with
That's
Friends is a good alternative to not wanting to get on and be like super competitive.
Yeah, well, so's Fall Guy.
What are you talking about? Golf with Friends is like the most competitive game between the three of us that we ever played.
Maybe to Clinton, yes, not me.
Because you always win.
I'm playing.
No, it's because you watch all the videos, you know all the single shots, and you cheat the whole time.
I
He knows every map. I mean, why wouldn't he love the game?
Mm-hmm. Oh
He's
yeah,
like
I saw
those-
a guy. I watched the video 4 times. I saw the guy make a hole in one here. I just can't remember exactly where he hit it.
He's the
never
hacker.
said that, and I've never done that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huntsman 420 is the hacker on Modern Warfare.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, so we got it. Hold
I
on
hate
real
you
quick.
guys.
We're about to wrap this up, guys. You do have Halo 3 if you're a Halo fan and you're pumped about the new Halo. You got Halo 3. You can go back and get nostalgic. It's on Xbox Game Pass right now. Endless Space 2 is on Xbox Game Pass. And then Final Fantasy 7 is coming to Xbox Game Pass August 13th. And that's a big one. I'm pretty sure that's the remake. Yeah. So there you go. That's the Freebie Farm list for y'all.
Freebie's Farm. I like it. Thank you for bringing that good action. I enjoyed every game we looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. So
That's what I'm here for.
again, guys, I encourage
Especially
you.
that golf one.
I encourage our audio listeners to check it out, or you can go check out the live stream over on YouTube, because we post that straight up to YouTube as well, non-edited. If you want to go back and review any video that we might have covered. Yeah, that was fun. It was a good show.
If you listen or watch us live and you would like to try golf with friends, please leave your information. I'll seek you out because my friends never want to play with me.
Well, that's because I'm going to be in season 5, and then once I'm done with season 5, Warcraft Shadowlands will be out, and I'll go play that. So,
Oh my gosh.
I've got other games lined up that don't include golf with friends.
He's so selfish.
Hey, all I know is when we get off here, I am also going to start downloading season 5.
Yeah, that's true. You got to get on it quick, baby. But
It's only 54 gigs, that's all.
yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Well, it was a fun week. We didn't think news was going to be that big, but then we just kind of had a lot of good conversation around it, and I'm saying it was solid. So we appreciate you guys sticking it out through the whole episode. If you did, you're one of the greatest. You know, you're up there on our board.
The very best.
Yep. If I had a free shirt to give you, I'd give it, but I don't. So you're not getting one yet. But if you do want to help out with finances of the show, you can donate over at our Patreon, where we got some prizes we'll order for you. You know, you can get a T-shirt with the top tier. We have some other prizes as well. If you want to check that out. Also, if you don't want to support financially, that's fine. We just ask that you share the podcast, share the love, get our name out there. So that's
like us, love us, review us, all that stuff.
Hashtag us on Twitter, wherever your social media is, send it out. But and then message us, let us know what you think of the show, where you want us to go. We're here for you guys, and we're enjoying doing this. It's been a real blast so far. And if you want to email me at clinton@deliriousdadsgaming.com, and we'll get back with you quickly. Ryan used to have a YouTube channel, but I can't really promote it right now.
Life took over.
Yep. We're also in works with Click Gaming. I don't want to give anything out yet, but we may be doing some stuff with Click Gaming soon. We'll give you guys an update on that.
Things are happening.
Yep. And that's it. That's the podcast, guys. So,
all right, guys, stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming. That's the end, Ryan. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.deliriousdadsgaming.com. You can also find us on facebook.com/deliriousdadsgaming, twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.